let's talk about why 80% of men stay average their whole lives. What are your thoughts on this, man?
I look at it from the point from when I was younger to now that I've gone to an older age now. Average is just easy. Back before social media came,
Yeah.
we didn't know what really average was or what a barometer could be. Now with the advent of it, it's easy to go to a gym and see so many jacked guys and think everyone's jacked. Then you come outside of the gym and you turn around and see, well, no one's really that jacked. And you begin to think, well, I don't have to try.
Okay.
Average is a default position when you just don't want to put any effort in. But we call it average now because we see people who are excelling. I look at it and say to myself, we want great results in ourselves. In our minds, we think we want to be good. We see ourselves as a finished product without putting in the work to get there. That's why, the advent of, with video games, social media through, the negative areas, how men look at with things like OnlyFans, or someone like an Andrew Tate, or like how the manosphere has come.
Yeah.
We look at average and just say, what's wrong with that?
You're good to go kind of thing.
You're good to go.
Average life, average wife, average
exactly.
car. There you are.
But who doesn't want better for themselves? But when I was at my store, working at my parents' store back in the day, people would be proud of saying, no, I don't have to put in the time into the grind. I just want to live my life how it is. That same customer would come and buy stacks of lottery tickets. If you're so happy with average, well, why do you have that dream then?
See, the definition of average is interesting itself because it's almost like a blanket term that's used to make people feel good because it's incorporating the lower and the higher and then blending them, right? So how I look at it too is that if you're so-called average, you're going to have some decent habits, but a lot of degenerate habits too.
Yeah.
It's average for the common guy to get slammed on the weekend. It's average, like you said, to buy lottery tickets. It's average to be in debt. And society has defined this as you're average, you're okay, and which is really pulling a lot of guys from reaching their full potential. Because we look around them, we're average, our friends are all the same. Let's not shoot for the stars, it's comfortable.
And people look at it, every generation, which I'll say is every 5 to 7 years, things get harder.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether it's with credit, trying to buy a home, loans. We've seen since COVID, we've had a housing bubble.
Yeah.
We've had gas prices go up, food prices go up, credit card debt, and everyone just says, I'll just charge it. Well, that charging is coming to an end at some point too. This isn't a lecture on how to do your finances or how to maintain them. But when you're just putting stuff on charge, well, at some point, the credit card reaches a top point. So what do you do at that point when you say, well, I'm an average person with average skills. I haven't made myself better. Now with something like AI.
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing TV commercials where it's saying, well, if I have to write a letter to my boss, I'm going to do it in a way where I'll use AI to write it. And then they think, well, I'm a boss.
Yeah. And it's funny because AI has, like a lot of people say, it has reduced jobs, created jobs, made life easier for many, tougher for the select few. But AI is very interesting because, like you said, a lot of average people are going to develop over-reliance on AI. But AI cannot get you certain things. For example, it can't move your body. It can't make you go to the gym. It can't make you work harder. It can tell you how.
Yeah.
But how many guys are actually going to take that advice and do it? So I'm thinking, looking at the kids growing up now, because they have AI at their fingertips, when they're actually going to be writing exams, when they're forced to learn, it's going to be a lot tougher for them. So the kids who are above average or top tier workers, they're going to really excel because the average man has just gotten so lazier. You know what I mean?
And that's what happens. Like in that example I was giving, in the commercial I seen, the guy who was using AI to write the message to his boss was an out-of-shape guy. His body posture showed that he didn't have the stuff together. But when his boss, who they showed was in good condition, saw the message, he's like, whoa, how did you write it? So they're trying to say you can be looking sloppy by being average, but then when you use AI, you look like a top-tier guy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, life doesn't work like that. The people who developed AI, they're already the top tier guys.
Yeah.
They're just finessing the system on the people, and they're showing they're not with it.
Yeah. That's 100% facts right there. Holy cow. So, average. Do you want to be average? Why most men are average? Tag someone who is the average guy. It's very easy to be average because the plan is laid out for you by all of your friends, probably your relatives, your coworkers, let's go to work 9 to 5. Let's get a mortgage. Let's eat McDonald's 3 days a week. So you know the results of being an average person. You're going to be 20 pounds overweight, be in some debt, have some beers on the weekends, go on vacation here and there, but you're never really going to be breaking the chains out of the system. Average is an easy thought pattern, but if you can get your brain and wrap your thoughts around becoming better than average, a better life awaits you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the algorithm. We'll talk soon.